You can write a check, you can put cash in. Some people even put gambling chips in the offering plate. I'm not kidding. Because it's really giving not only to his church, it's giving to the Lord. So Dr. Lynn, would you scripture on your heart, whatever's in your heart, because you're my mentor. Do whatever you want.
The Lord shared with me the word stewardship. You know, Paul the Apostle thought very highly of stewardship of his calling and ministry. Let's pray. Let's believe, God, that our vision will even expand and extend and do more effectively than ever before. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for the privilege of being part of this great work right here at ICLV.
And the buckets are going to go around the aisles. Go ahead and give as the Lord leads your heart.
You understand me? P. Leon alias, you understand? From the door to the north.
Yes, sir.
Chicago to Fair, no sons of my motherfucking macaroni life.
Hey, man, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long you been in the game? Is that your claim to fame?
Oh, 78, I had my first home. I was 18.
Yeah,
I went over, Rick, Chicago Ricky took me over down Magic Juan's house for
right.
the first time his birthday party. Yeah, and I was turned on ever since. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what they say about the game?
Yeah.
It got to be in you. It can't be on.
Can't be on.
You know what I'm saying? This is Vinny back. I got a live exclusive players. I told you I'm going to bring something fresh to death. But I finally got a real true one in the building, man. Chicago finest, I'm talking about.
Believe that.
Yeah, he went back. You understand what I'm saying? And don't forget to put the Mack on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You might as well say Herman if you don't say Mack.
Yeah, believe that, man. So, Pete, tell me about some of your experiences in this game.
Hey man, the up and down of the game, that's what turns me on.
Yeah.
You understand? I mean, you know, this shit could turn around overnight, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had some hard times, man, and it take a tough motherfucker to go through these motherfucking bitches.
All right, mine. We here, man, a little bit early. Well, a lot early. I usually don't do lives during the middle of the week. Not this early, but hey, man, we got things to talk about for a minute. Ortiz led his Ennis duck update. Stevenson versus Lopez on pay-per-view. Keyshawn talks knocking out Tank, and what happened with Bo Mack. Correct that. Get it together. I ain't trying to be too long. So, you know, Oscar De La Fuya. For whatever reason, they're not letting us go live on X right now. I don't know. I have to look at that another time. But it's always some more ass shit going on. But hey, we here. Let me see, because maybe I'm just forgetting to hit the button. I don't think I am though. Let me see if we can update it real quick. Yeah, I forgot to hit the button. So yeah, it is what it is. We ain't on live on X today, but I'll be updating the Patreon after this show, so y'all should see a lot of stuff on there. What else? That's about it. I'm gonna probably do a TV show review of It, Welcome to Derry, which that's one of the best shows I've seen. All last year, including the last season of Stranger Things. But yeah, man, De La Hoya is trying to dominate, he's trying to dominate Eddie Hearn. They will just never get it, bro. Even in times of turmoil, or times of urgency where they need to get it together, which is too late anyway, they still can't work together. And now, Oscar's talking about him and Al Heyman have made up. They both little rainbow dudes. They both backdooria. They both backdooria as hell. They probably fell out. They probably fell out over some sexual activity. They both allegedly they both backdoor you. We know De La Hoya is. You know what I'm saying? We know De La Hoya. He probably only swing on one side of the plate, and I ain't even talking about the straight side. Yeah, you know what I mean, son. But let's go.
I mean, it's been 72 hours since I made that video calling out Boots and Eddie. They want the fight so bad. Let's make it. I'm right here. 60-40, 5% to the winner. Let's go for March. I have banger fights lined up for January, February, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Let's get this fight done. The fans want to see it, but guess what? Vergil has other options. So if you want it, call me. I'm Vergil's promoter. Somebody authorized on that side, and I'm sure it's Eddie Hearn, your Boots' promoter. Call me. We'll make the fight. 60-40, 5% to the winner. All right.
At the end of the day, I'm not calling nobody. I'm not calling nobody. At the end of the day, if you want the fight, why does one party have to call? Ask yourself that. If you really want the fight, make sure I thumbs up the video. Why do I have to call you? You called me. We had agreed. We had, according to Eddie Hearn, they had agreed. They agreed at the table. So why do people believe that the phone only works one way? Right? You know what that means? When you be like, somebody be like, damn, you ain't hit me up in a minute. And they be like, well, the phone worked two ways. They don't have any urgency to call you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. They don't give a fuck about you. And that's what it means. Those banger fights, Ryan Garcia and Barrios is not a banger. Gilberto Ramirez and David Benavidez is not a banger. I don't know what he got lined up in January. Whatever he got going on with Hitchison and Durant, that's not a banger. You know what I mean? Those not bangers. So, at the end of the day, call me to get the fight done. And no, nigga, you call us. You call us. And at the end of the day, you got to take 60-40 and I will let him go. Vergil Ortiz is not a great fighter. Vergil Ortiz is an average fighter. Vergil Ortiz has been through 3 weight classes. Vergil Ortiz is not won a belt. Okay? Vergil Ortiz is not won a belt. So at the end of the day, look here, man, if I'm Eddie Hearn and them, I just go do my own thing. Let Vergil Ortiz go exercise those options. And at the end of the day, the sad thing about it is, if the zone puts on Vergil Ortiz next fight, if I'm Eddie Hearns, if I'm Jerron Boots Ennis, you know how I feel about that? I feel like then the zone was never willing to make that fight. At the end of the day, the zone should put Vergil Ortiz on ice. Say, no, we ain't got no dates for you. Or they should be lowballing Vergil Ortiz. Am I wrong? Because at the end of the day, if you can't, as a network, and you put up the money and you can't make the fight, why would you allow Vergil Ortiz to get another fight? Why does Vergil Ortiz why would y'all let Vergil Ortiz fight on y'all network again? Shouldn't y'all do what Top Rank did to Nicholas Walters? When Walters was supposed to fight Lomachenko, he said he wanted X amount of dollars. He wouldn't move off that. They starved Nicholas Walters out for a year. That very next year with Nicholas Walters, they offered him half the money to fight Lomachenko, and that's what happened to Nicholas Walters. That's why he didn't show an effort in that particular fight. Why don't the zone do the same thing? Why would you put on Vergil Ortiz's next fight? That's my thing. Why would you even put on Vergil Ortiz's next fight when this is what you wanted? At the end of the day, hey, guess what? You should put him on the shelf, but they don't do that to nobody but black fighters. They don't do that to nobody but black fighters. So if that's the case, and the zone, gives Vergil another fight on their cards or on their network as the main event and give it to him at a price point that he wants. If I'm Jerron Boots Ennis, one thing I do know for sure is that the network doesn't have my back. The network favors Vergil Ortiz. The network, shout out to Gennaro, salute. The network favors Vergil Ortiz. And that's exactly what's going to happen. They sit here and they act like these Hispanics is the reason the sport go around. Watch David Benavidez and Gilberto Ramirez. It's a flop. You're already hearing that. Oh, Gilberto Ramirez need a tune-up before the fight. Tune-up for what? His whole career been a tune-up. See, David Benavidez get away from ducking, at Barter Better BF. B will get away from ducking Arthur Better BF, and he get away from ducking David Benavidez. And this is why I don't really fuck with boxing like that, is because it's on a basis of, if we like you or not. That's what boxing is. If we like you, you can do whatever you want to do. And then, you got the dude, that fake ass Puerto Rican, whatever he is, that dirty Rican who going around, who faked his death or fake like he was sick for super chats. You know what I'm saying? This fucking cocksucker going around talking about, well, Subriel Matias lost, so that means Ryan Garcia. It didn't matter if Ryan Garcia popped out or not. Okay, my thing is this. You know what I'm saying? This is my thing, bro. If they pop Subriel Matias and they allowed him to fight, dummy, do you not think that they made sure that shit wasn't nowhere in his system? See, they always trying to justify, he was another one of them dudes talking about, nobody should say the N-word. Man, shut up. Shut up. Anybody that faked their own fucking death or sickness or whatever it was for a fucking super chat, you fucking pussy. You know what I mean? But my thing is this. You think they didn't make sure all that shit was out his system before they stepped into the ring with each other, bro? Absolutely nothing. This is what I be talking about, bro. I don't condone no type of peds from a brother, from a sister, from a Rican, from nobody. My message is consistent across the board. These dudes either they favor a Puerto Rican, or they favor a nigga who gave them an interview or something like this, and then him continuing to be close to Tia Female Lopez just let you know he a racist too. He a racist too. So, at the end of the day, we just gotta keep it a bean. All these niggas pretty much who got a microphone and talk boxing, it's a handful of us who don't have favoritism or a hard favoritism. Only a handful of us don't have hard favoritism. And I'm about to get on Boots too. Don't worry. We about to rip Boots too. We equal opportunists over here. You about to put hands, foot, and toes on Boots. Don't worry about it. It's coming. No Diddy. But I think De La Hoya dropped another video. Hold on. Get this out of here. I think it might have been this video. And this dude, man, like I said before, this nigga so backdooria. And he talking about like 60-40 and all this other shit. My thing is this, 60-40 based on what? These Mexicans are not warriors. They don't wear their heart on their sleeves. This ain't Salvador Sanchez. This ain't Julio Chavez Sr. These niggas is pussies just like the rest of everybody else in boxing. De La Hoya I won't gonna say it.
All right, what's up, guys? As promised, a big announcement today. Ryan Garcia versus Barrios is finalized. It will happen February 21st in Las Vegas. And as you already know, Benavidez versus Zurdo is also set for Cinco de Mayo weekend here in Las Vegas. That will be an absolute banger. Now, all that's left to be sorted out for the first quarter of 26 is who Vergil's next opponent will be. I said 3 days ago that I'll sign immediately for a 60-40 fight with Boots with 5% to the winner, which is fucking crazy generous considering Vergil Ortiz has the better resume. Boots is interchangeable with Fundora and Errol Spence. He needs this fight with Vergil far more than we do. But I'm willing to make the fight. Let's do this. Eddie, I haven't heard from you, and if I don't by the end of the day, I'm going to start discussions with other opponents, with Al Heyman and PBC. Oh, and surprise, motherfuckers, Al and I made peace, and we are united now. We literally can put on bangers all year with the rosters we have here in America. So, if anybody has an offer, you better come in fucking guns blazing, because we are committed to making the biggest fights here in America. Have a great day.
And this dude, he has burned bridges with everybody. Oh, me and Al made P. You said that last year y'all had bangers. Yeah, they have no bangers to give you. Ramirez and Benavidez is not a banger. It's not. All David Benavidez did was take Turkey out, take the money from Turkey and run back to Al Heyman. You can't trust them. Benavidez ain't no different than Tank, and that's what I've been trying to tell y'all niggas. All right. Then Ryan and Barrios, that's about a month out. How is it a banger? Nobody care about that fight. What do they have that can be a banger? If Vergil fight Sebastian Fondora, who cares? Nobody cares. Okay? Nobody legitimately cares. Nobody legitimately cares. These are things they call, this is the shit they should have been doing 10 years ago. Oh, Vergil got the better resume. You always notice how they move the pendulum when somebody come to the table and they got hella numbers. They fill the arena up. They do the, oh, it's about the it ain't about the resume. Vergil Ortiz, where's his gate numbers at? He don't do more numbers than Jerron Ennis. Jerron fight at home, he sell more. Jerron fight in Atlantic City, he sell more. At the end of the day, if I'm Eddie, I'm walking away from it. I don't care. I'm not about to beg and plead for this fight. We just got to pivot and do something else. And I'm never negotiating with Vergil Ortiz again. Vergil Ortiz is nobody that you need to take what you given. Take what who knows? He probably gonna juice the fuck up before the fight anyway, or pull out with an injury. Don't force nobody to fight you. So people in the comment, oh, you're 64, based on what? Vergil Ortiz is not a star. He's not a stud. He's not nothing. He's nobody to be negotiating with. He's nobody to be negotiating with. A Vergil Jerron Ennis fight, it does nothing for Ennis' career. Let's keep it real. You beat Vergil Ortiz, a guy, if you whoop him like people think you're going to whoop him, he never going to win a world title, been through 3 weight classes, passed out, I was sick. There's no real point of fighting him. Give me 1 second, man. Everybody want to call me.
Cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, Saint.
All right, my bad, y'all. Got a phone call, but yeah, Vergil ain't nobody that you negotiate with, bro. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't gonna be the face of nothing. De La Hoya talking about suing the manager and all this other shit. Like, if I'm Boots, I just move on. What you need Vergil Ortiz for? He's a pussy, man. He's a flat out pussy, and Oscar De La Hoya is a pussy. His whole crew is full of cheaters, juicers, allegedly. His whole stable is trash. And at the end of the day, if Boots want to know where he lie at with the zone, if they put on Vergil Ortiz next fight on the zone, I don't want to hear shit else. I don't want to hear shit else from the zone. I don't want to hear nothing from the zone. Because when it came to Devin Haney, they said he wasn't valuable enough, so they let him go over the top rank. When it came to Demetrius Andrade, he wasn't valuable enough. Go ahead. De La Hoya is a very disingenuous promoter. He's a racist, in my opinion. He's very disingenuous with his stuff. He wants the best for boxing. They don't want to make this fight. And if I'm Boots, at the end of the day, and a lot of this fall on Jerron Boots Ennis too. Jerron, why are you quiet? Why is Jerron Boots Ennis quiet right now? Jerron Boots Ennis needs to be really putting belt to ass on Vergil Ortiz. He need to be coming out punking Vergil Ortiz. Eddie Hearn only can do so much fucking talking. Jerron Ennis, you part of the marketing machine too. Jerron Ennis need to be out here berating, need to be dragging Vergil Ortiz name through the mud. But at the end of the day, like the rest of these fucking current fighters, none of these guys want to market, none of them want to promote, none of them have no personality. All these niggas want to do is play 2K and they, come on, this is your time to shine. This is your time to shine. This is your time to be calling Vergil all types of shit, to come up with props. And Vergil ain't trying to fight. Vergil ducking the face. This is where you should be ripping Vergil Ortiz. You know, and I know this is a mythical fight, but remember Mr. T not pushed the gas on Rocky Balboa, you know, Rocky would never got in the ring with him. Because he touched his pride. At the end of the day, I know most of these soft ass niggas like Vergil Ortiz ain't got no pride. They got no integrity. They got no masculine frame. But at the end of the day, maybe if you berate him enough, he might find some motherfucking some fucking courage. Say what you want to say about Gary Russell. I like when that nigga put his arm around Leo Santa Cruz daddy. Yeah, we'll hold this old fuck nigga hostage if you don't get in the ring. Pussy, yeah, I'll go put my arm around Vergil Ortiz daddy, nigga. Send the mama, the baby mama roses. These niggas don't have no creativity, no personality, nigga. I see why they gotta pay for pussy. I see why these niggas pay for pussy, advocate for tricking when you 20-some years old, you fucking 20, 30 tricking. Nigga, wait till you 57, 56, not even 50, 60, 70 to start tricking. These niggas want to start tricking off the rip because they got no personality, they got no game without their tablets and chat GPT, man. A lot of this need to fall on him as well, too, because speak up. Dog, man, in worst case scenario, you berate, you get down on Vergil Ortiz, it just make your stock go up. It just make your popularity go up. You know what I'm saying? He really should be pressing down on Vergil Ortiz, man. I'll be on the phone like I'm talking to Jerry Jones. Like, I'll be doing so much shit, dog. And all this nigga do is quiet. So that tell me he don't want to fight neither. Greg Hackett only can talk so much for you. That let me know he don't want to fight neither. These dudes don't really be wanting to speak up. These dudes don't really want to be on no bully shit, man. Nigga, come on, man. You from Philly, bro. Broad Street bully, AR Ab. State property, major figures. Schoolie D. Everybody that signed with Eddie don't have the gift of gab. Everybody that signed with Eddie expect Eddie to do all the talking. If they don't care what the daddy say, what the brother say, what the trainer say, why you think we care what Eddie say? Jerron Boots Ennis need to be speaking up, bro. Jerron Boots Ennis need to speak up. Every day until he signed that contract, I'll be talking shit to that nigga. I send this bitch roses. I'll be playing old interviews. I'll be going live with Blair Flair Cobb about rhabdomyosis. I'll be tearing him a new front. I'll be posting Oscar De La Hoya in fishnets. Come on, man. De La Hoya is a blowhead, bro. He's somebody who probably got touched when they was younger, bro. Allegedly. You can tell. Talking about all men wear heels. Boy, I play that clip and rip him a new one. I Photoshop him and Vergil Ortiz and motherfucking heels and motherfucking fishnets in the ring together. I'll be doing so much disrespectful shit. But then where Bernard Hopkins at? And this was them Philly niggas be talking about Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins act like he ain't even from Philly no more. I remember back in the day, he used to be talking mad shit about Donovan McNabb. He had this hatred towards Donovan McNabb. And like I said, niggas only got hatred like that towards other niggas. Anybody know what I'm talking about? The remember what I'm talking about. Where is Oscar De La Hoya or Bernard Hopkins at when it comes to making this fight? You from Philly, you the bridge of this fight. You right in the middle. You work with Golden Boy. You from Philly. Where is your Philly? Where your Philly ties at? Because you was in state property. You talked all that shit about Diamond McNabb not being tough enough, and you berated this brother. But then you sit up here and work with a racist ass Oscar De La Hoya. You was the manager of the year. But now notice every time, Bernard Hopkins got an issue with somebody, it's with somebody that got the same skin color or darker than him. Whether it was with Bill Haney, let's go in the bathroom. He ain't nothing but a whipping boy. He ain't nothing but Steven from Django. But he did all that bullshit talking about Donovan McNabb back in the day. Right now, he should be the one that should be closing the gap into making this fight. He both had common interests. He from Philly, he with Golden Boy. Why ain't he trying to make that fight? So like I said before, they don't build, man. They just really get away from this shit. And then I was in the talking to somebody, or I was listening to people talk earlier over listening. They was talking about the kids today. So they was talking about travel baseball. So a lot of they were saying the fee to even play travel baseball, and this was like the 19-year-olds was 2 bands. And this is what I say when they price black people out of baseball, right? There was 2 bands to play travel baseball, something they were saying and stuff. And they was talking about that, one of the coaches, they wanted to play in the upper echelon travel league. I don't know the talks about the lingo. And he was saying that the coach was being too hard on the kids, and these are white boys, right? And he's saying in one ear, and he's saying that, you can't be hard on these kids. These kids are not us. And the guy was like, yeah, my coach used to smack us on the helmet, but you can't talk to these kids like that today. They're not us. Why are they not you, Brad? Why are they not you? Don't he got your blood going through his veins? If you can take it, your son can take it. And they just baby these kids, man. These kids don't have social skills no more. If he yell at my son again, I'm going to pull my son off the team. And I'm just looking like, America is going to be colonized by another country. Once some of these countries start clicking up, bro, men ain't men no more. Our coach used to punch us in the chest. But then nobody go tell their mama and daddy. If you did, they was gonna do the same. They was gonna do the same thing to you. We was coach hard. Wasn't no water. Suicides until you fall out. Had to run cross country. We was yell and scream, dad, and snatched off the court if we didn't do something. The parents didn't do nothing, bro. That's what made us men. That's what made us men. Smacking us on the head. I used to hate getting smacked on the helmet. Ain't shit hurt more than getting smacked on the helmet by your coach. For a good play or a bad play. Bully in the ring, the alley. And they talking about, I don't like the way he talked to my son. I just pull him off, and that's the problem. That's the fucking problem. Every time you challenge with something, men ain't supposed to operate like that. I can see a mom operating like that. And these are the Nepo babies that you had today. They're not us. Why ain't your kid not you? He come from your bloodline. Why he ain't you? Y'all coddle these kids, and now, and then I was talking to somebody else, and he was like, the brother was saying, that kids that's like teenagers and like young adults are now bringing their parents on the job interviews with them. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe my ears. I believed it, but I couldn't believe it. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap, man. These kids is soft. It's a wrap. He said Tyrone did that with Mikey Garcia. He said no integrity. Thurman fighting Fondora. I think T.O. might be juicing. He been real quiet, not gonna lie. Allegedly, Boots and Ortiz are saying some of the dumbest stuff ever I heard. They don't want to fight. I don't think Boots want to fight as much as Vergil Ortiz do at this point, because you ain't fucking speaking up. Shout out to their Darren. He said Devin's the only one standing on business. And then, I got a video coming. That's why I ain't gonna talk about it, about him and Hitchens. like I said, man, these niggas all they ain't real men no more. So when you start seeing masculinity start being bred out of sports, just imagine how many times you see somebody out here you see somebody on the internet get smacked and they run. Like, dog, the women are more masculine than the men these days. I done seen a couple women get niggas together on the internet. Facts, Jerron don't talk enough because he don't want to fight neither. When you want something, you're very verbal or you're very vocal about it. He said Philly and Dallas on the couch, and I just don't understand it. Step in and fetch it. And like I said before, Bernard real quiet. He said College World Series is played here every year, and it's a youth tournament that weekend every year here too. Mostly Cali AZ, them motherfuckers spend hella bread playing baseball. Bread niggas ain't got I think he meant black niggas ain't got it. I mean, they ain't spending it neither. Most of the black people that get sponsored to play AAU basketball, it's a sponsorship. It's a kick in. It's a kick in. That's just the fact of the matter of it is. And even when you know somebody, even when you know somebody who got the money, it's still politics. They still don't want the blacks to succeed in there. They still, so you pay your money and then you a good player and you still don't, you can't play, and it's messed up. But then again, it's the whole point of these kids, bro. The parents, soon as your child is challenged, you pull them off the team. I remember Joe Barrow, his parents said something. They said when he started playing football, if you started, you gonna finish it. They don't have that mentality no more. But let's move on.
I will not tank out. He's too small, and I can really punch. And I'm smart, bro. I'm super smart, bro. And I just feel like I'm Tank Kryptonite. I really do feel that way. I'm the last person on Tank list. Like, I just got that I got a worse mentality than him, and he knows this. Like, what people don't realize is I started Tank when I was like 16 years old, and we were about to fight outside of the ring. Like, Tank already know what kind of mentality I'm coming with. Like, I got that shit that he got, but my shit is a little bit worse, honestly, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I really honestly think, like, I'm the last person on Tank list, you know what I'm saying? And if he send me a contract, honestly, bro, for my honest opinion, bro, I think I will not tank out. He's too small, and I can really punch, and I'm smart, bro. I'm super smart, bro. And I just feel like I'm Tank Kryptonite. I really do feel.
So that's one piece he said, right? I don't disagree with him. You ever notice every time Tank spar somebody, it spill outside the ring, whether it was Norman, whether it was Frank Martin. You ever notice that about Gervonta Davis? Every time Gervonta Davis is about to fight somebody, spar somebody, it always spill outside the ring. That just lets you know right then and there he's emotional, and that right there lets you know he'll quit. Right down in there, that'll let you know that he quit. And you notice how even Tank is very transparent. He's very transparent about his intentions. Like, he's not hiding the fact that he's a whole ass nigga, that he's scared. He doesn't hide that. We all can agree to that. He doesn't hide it, right? Now, what Keyshawn Davis is doing, which I agree with a lot of people in that particular comment section, he is using Tank's name to sell a fight. That's what you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, if I can play with Tank's name and I know nothing gonna happen, why wouldn't I use his name? And if he wanted to do something, whether it's outside the ring or whether it's inside the ring, I'm going to financially benefit from it, or my stock is going to benefit from it. Why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I say it? So at the end of the day, do I believe with Keyshawn Davis? Do I believe he believed what he's saying? Absolutely. But you can talk reckless when you know the other guy ain't gonna do shit about it. You can talk reckless when he not gonna do shit about it. So people gonna keep playing with Tank name because they know Tank 31 years old right now. He 5 more years older than Keyshawn. They know they know that he ain't gonna do shit. Every day you can take Tank Davis lunch money, he ain't gonna do nothing. And that shit he talking about, that Tank guy, I got the same shit Tank guy. It can't be dog. It ain't dog. It ain't dog. It's not dog. It ain't dog. They just two over emotional, feminine ass niggas. Never learn to check their emotions. Going back to what we said about the baseball league. Never face no adversity. Every time adversity comes, they get pulled away from it. That's why Keyshawn, when he went through what he went through for the Edwin De Los Santos week, he couldn't give a proper apology at all. You know? But at the same time, do I think Keyshawn can beat on Tank? I mean, yeah, Tank ain't that good. We seen with Lamar Roach. Tank not good. Once you take Tank power and you keep coming forward, he quits. It was no more tools in that bag. Once the sledgehammer can't get the screw in the hole, ain't nothing left. Tank ain't say, okay, let me use angles. Let me use my jab and I'll box him. Let me turn him and catch him with punches on angles. Let me just break him down to the body. It's none of that. Tank output is just as low as Devin Haney output, Shakur Stevenson output. These young niggas don't throw punches no more. You got to understand these guys, some of these guys in their prime. Per average, Tank is out his prime, but some of these guys in their prime and they not throwing punches. That's one of the other things about boxing today. Ain't nobody exciting. Every now and again, you get a guy like Gary Anton Russell who throw punches, but these guys don't throw no punches today, bro. They throw 1, 2, maybe 3 shots and they back on defense. They threw a couple shots and they back on defense. Am I lying? So what's really to be scared? So when Lamont was able to take the 1 and 2 shots and he was able to push Tank Davis back, okay, Tank got all this skill. Where was the skill at? What was the swim without getting wet at? Where was the break him down with the outbox him with the jab and break him down to the body, use angles, and it was nothing else. It was, let me power punch him and break him down. Let me keep power punching him. It was nothing else. He didn't pull out some crazy volume of punches. He didn't pull out no crazy combinations. He didn't pull out a stab jab and really break him. He had nothing else to give at 30-some years old. He had no more. He got a sledgehammer and that's it. He was ready to quit when he was challenged. So he ain't got no heart. You see where his heart supposed to be. He got a rose right there. So, of course, everybody going to get theirs off on Tank because he ain't going to do shit. He a dog without teeth. All bark, ain't do nothing, but he ain't gonna bite. Shout out to Solo D-Lo. He said, do you think he moving up to 47? He just using hand. Of course he moving up to 47 because it's dangerous at 140. At least if going up to 47, it's a lot of money to be made for Keyshawn Davis. It's dangerous at 140 because it's no money. You know, Don Smith don't bring no money. T.O. said he moving up. He ain't fighting Shakur. Hitchison don't bring no money. Gary Anton Russell don't bring no money. At least you go up there with Devin, you going to make a hell of a payday. You fight Crocker, and he with Turkey. Turkey going to make sure you get paid. You get Rolly, you going to get paid. Ryan or Connor Ben or, Mario Barrios, you going to get paid. It's worth the risk and ain't as risky. So, of course, he moved to 147 pounds. 140 all risk, no money. At least with 47, there's some risk there, but it's a lot of money to be made there. So at the end of the day, yeah, I believe him. He going up because at 140 ain't nothing but risk. Ain't no reward really at 140. You beat Gary Anton Russell, it's already been done before. Him and Shakur fight, that's worth it, but Shakur don't be seem like he want to take that fight. You beat Hitchens, what you get for it? Nothing. Nobody know who the fuck he is. Gary Anton Russell's already been done. It's a good fight, but what do you really get? It ain't nothing but risk. And then he said they friends. So everybody friends don't want to fight their friends now. Crazy. Super duper crazy. But these people can get off on Tank. They can get off on Tank and disrespect Tank all they want to. But let's keep it moving.
I know you had a lot of success with Bo Mack, who's probably at the top of the game. Why no Bo Mack in your corner anymore?
Honestly, like, I love Bo Mack enough. I got love for them. Like, I just seen Terrence Crawford yesterday in the gym, gave him a handshake, said, "What's up, champ?" You know what I'm saying? He came out here, I guess, to watch the core workout. And I still got love for those guys, man. Like, for real, genuine love. Coach Saul texted me the other day saying that he gonna try to come out to the fight. And he was texting me game plans, how I can get ready for this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting the team. Well, I know Saul still got love for me as well, man. And I just hope that, you know, just because that I feel like I decided to move forward with my home team that I came up with, a team that I've been knowing for over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I hope that, you know, BNB can accept that. Also, I would like to say, once they won that fight with Canelo, and I'm just like, damn, man, Omaha doing their thing. They came up together. You know, they didn't start off as a powerful team, but they grew into that. So that inspired me to do that with my home team as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, like, okay, I know I got enough knowledge to win in the ring. Like, I've been to the Olympics, and I'm 13 though. I became a world champion. I got a lot to learn, but I also learned a lot in pros. So I would love for my home team to, you know, be premature now, but years to come, they be like, yo, this Norfolk team is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So Bo Mack and them really inspired me to just do that for myself. You know what I'm saying? So it was never really like no hard feelings towards Bo Mack or B&B. It was just like I got inspired by what they done, and I just wanted to do it for myself.
Now, do I truly believe that's the whole story? No, I don't believe that, but that's not up for me to believe or not. I believe that after what happened, signing with Jay Prince, I think that has something to do with it. And I think also probably was something said to him after what happened with the thing in Virginia. And maybe he didn't like it, but for him, you know, he took the high road. He said that it inspired him, you know, working with, you know, seeing what they did at Omaha inspired him to pretty much, you know, grow, plant seeds and grow in his own community. So I can't really knock that. But, you know, what Crawford did, you know, you don't really see that being done a lot. Most of the times in the industry, they push you to go to a particular coach. You've seen James Kirkland got pushed away from Aaron Wolf. A lot of times these manager promoters come in, they want to take the daddy out the corner, take the, you know, guy who been there in the amateurs out the corner for you, put you with this guy. This would be a good fit. But also it's the chemistry, you know, like rest in peace, Mike Stafford and Adrian Broner and all of them. It's the chemistry that they all had throughout the amateurs. Kevin Cunningham, Devin Alexander. You know, a lot of times they be wanting to, you know, break them. They be wanting to break that chemistry. And for the most part, those men, they grew up with these young men and they know how to speak to them. They know what make them tick. And if you bring a new coach in, you know, it don't necessarily speak the same, you know, language that they speak. You know what I'm saying? It's still not the same camaraderie, but on the other end, seeing what they did and you want to go recreate that. So imagine if Sugar Ray Leonard was like, well, Angelo Dundee did all that with Muhammad Ali. You know, he done that already. So what I need him for? You don't know. You build on that. He already been through everything you already been through. So guess what? It should be easier for you to walk that walk. It was easier for Sugar Ray Leonard to walk that walk. Angelo Dundee was better after what he went through with, you know, Muhammad Ali. After he went through, you know, Customato was better. You know, he went through what he went through with Floyd Patterson and a number of other fighters by the time he got to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Eddie Futch, what he went through with, I believe, Joe Frazier, and then, you know, what he continued to go through with, you know, with a number of other fighters that Montel Griffin he trained with. He was better by the time he got to Montel Griffin. You know what I'm saying? So kind of saying that, oh, they already walked the walk, you know, no, they got the answers to the test. They got, you know, if it's 100 answer test, 1,000 answer test, you know, for the most part, everything they've been through, they got 90% of the answers, you know, if not more. So why wouldn't you want to walk that walk? Now, you got tired of going to Omaha. Did you want to stay home? Who knows? You know, now that Crawford ain't active no more, maybe you don't want that. And obviously, you know, he said that they all got love for him, but he not sure because Saul was the only one that sent them game plans and stuff. And who knows? He probably did that the kindness of his heart, but people go separate ways for separate reasons. He says, I feel like, from the amateurs and the pros, I gained a lot of knowledge. It's just the beginning, my boy. You just got a world title, never defended it. So you got to remember that. But you just got here. There's so many more answers to the test that you don't have. That's the crazy thing about it. There's so many more answers that you don't have. It's so funny. A lot of these guys, they think they arrived because they got a belt, or they think they arrived because they on TV. But it's so much more. They go into this shit though. But we'll work for him. We'll work for him. We see boxing is boxing. If they was good enough to get him to the Olympics, he should already know what he got, and what he got to do in the professional ranks. Who can knock him? It wasn't no sour grapes. Obviously, we know something had to happen to get to this point. He didn't wake up and say, "Oh, I just want to train with the home team." Come on now, you signed with Jay Prince. You went through what you went through already. We already know what the deal is. We know what the deal is. Something probably was said that he don't like, and that's the thing about it. It's going all the way back to when I was talking about travel baseball. Soon as them kids are challenged, soon as they get coached, they're getting yelled at. Now they want to pull the kids off the team. You think that don't translate into real life? Y'all don't think that translates into real life? Soon as somebody tell them you wrong or you got to do better, then they just shut down and they want to quit. Of course, though, they want to change over coaches. Of course. It shouldn't be no mystery, bro. Shouldn't be no mystery. So, obviously, you wish the best for him. And we'll see. A lot of people say he in a dangerous fight with Jermaine Ortiz. But at the end of the day, he said he doing well in sparring. He working well. And also, it's just not his team in there. He pretty much working with Shakur Stevenson and them, too. So, they ain't alone. They ain't Michael Jackson. You are not alone. They got, Shakur, Granddaddy. They all been through the ringer before. So, he surrounded himself with a good team so far, and we'll see what he do on fight night. It seemed like he really making the best of the second chance that he getting after what he done. And, at the end of the day, the Top Rank was ready to make him the face. And if you notice, they really sit there and they took the resources that they was putting into him and they put it into Xander Zayas. Top Rank ain't gonna never get over until they ain't gonna never get over what he did that fight weekend. Because truth be told, they don't believe black fighters can sell. Truth be told. So they don't want to pour money into black fighters. They don't want to pour money into black fighters. And then when they pour money into black fighters and it don't go the way they wanted it to go, then they like, we knew we shouldn't have paid. We knew we shouldn't have spent no money on these niggas. I'm telling y'all what they saying. So, unfortunately for him, hopefully, it work out for him. I think most people want to see him succeed. And hopefully he does succeed. But the whole thing with Mack and them, there was a question. He answered it the right way. Seemed like he got some PR training there and they can move on. So I wouldn't, if I'm him, I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I don't really care. But Justin, salute. Ricky E, salute. I really wouldn't care too much about it. But then there's a rumor to close it out. Last couple minutes, there's a rumor that I seen an article that says that there's a rumor that Shakur Stevenson and Lopez is now on pay-per-view. So I was under the impression that this particular fight was going to be on regular TV. That was my impressions of this fight. I thought it was going to be on regular TV, regular DAZN, But now, from you see this particular article, let me kind of, now that I'm sitting at home, let's see if we can pull up another article. I mean, everybody is talking about how the lack of buzz. Yep, it's on pay-per-view. AI told me. And I ain't talking about Allen Iverson. So it says that Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson fight is the main event for Ring 6 card on January 31st at Madison Square Garden, streams exclusively worldwide on the Zone pay-per-view. So it's a pay-per-view fight. Iron Man salute. I thought it was regular TV. So yeah, this one fucked me up. I thought this was regular TV. I don't know how this pay-per-view, you hear the rumors they have problems finding sponsorships for this fight, and they're gonna have problems finding pay-per-views for this fight. T.O. don't sell, Shakun don't sell. I won't be buying it. I won't be buying it. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. I ain't paying for shit. I don't fuck with neither one of these ninjas. I don't mess with neither one of them. So you already know, I don't even think I mean, even if I did care for him, I ain't putting no money up for this fight. I thought this was a cool idea to have this on the Zone. I thought it was a really cool idea, but it's on pay-per-view. I mean, I don't understand what constituted if the fighters are asking for these crazy purses and they don't bring it in. I don't get it. You eat what you kill. You know what I'm saying? So you paying these guys these purses even though the supply ain't there. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't see how this is pay-per-view worthy. But people put Matias on pay-per-view. Was Matias fight on pay-per-view? That shit was on YouTube quicker than quick. It's a pay-per-view. This, in my opinion, it's not pay-per-view worthy. Based off what? Based off how is this pay-per-view worthy? Based off what? A pay-per-view is a premium fight that you're willing to pay for. That's Tyson Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of these wasn't, Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, Hagler, Hearns. These are real fights. De La Hoya, Mayweather. These are real anticipated fights. Even Floyd Canelo. What's the anticipation for this? If this fight happen, it happen. If it don't, it don't. It doesn't have a mystique about it. It doesn't have a special feel about it. It doesn't feel like if I miss this fight, I'm going to be upset. If I miss this fight, who gives a fuck? I can stream it the next morning. This is not pay-per-view, bro. However you slice the cake, even if they was pay-per-view for $5. Neither one of them are a brand deal. The 12th player, the average person know the 12th player on the Wizards before they know these two guys. And this shit gotta stop, bro. If the purses for the fight is too much to be for a regular TV card, then the fighters don't deserve the money. They need to do a better job outside the ring and promoting their fight. Which one of these niggas promoted this fight? I ain't heard nothing. I ain't seen a commercial. I ain't heard from neither one of them about this fight. Nothing. It's crazy, bro. Did one of these niggas just on the undercard? One both of these just on the undercard in their last fights? Or I'm tripping. One both these niggas the co-feature of their last. One of these niggas was the co-feature to Edgar Berlanga in their last fight. And the other one was the co-feature to Ryan Garcia and Rolly. So you took two dudes who was the co-feature. Shakur is the co-feature his last two fights. You take two dudes that was who was the co-feature they last fights, won they last two fights, and you put these niggas on pay-per-view. You put these niggas on pay-per-view. Who is doing the business, bro? Who is doing the business? This is wild. This shit is wild. This is a matchup. This is a matchup made for radio. There ain't no way you just, if you've been following boxing, bro, pay-per-view is for prestigious fights, bro. Ain't nothing prestigious about this fight, bro. It's for prestige, bro. That when they start just putting everything on pay-per-view, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's for prestige. Prestigious fights. Ain't nothing prestigious about this fight, bro. Nothing. If sponsors say I don't want my name on the banners, or I don't want my name on the ring, come on. And I don't want my name on the ring or nothing. What make you think you want it on pay-per-view, bro? This shit is ridiculous. Remember Gucci had that song, Ridiculous? This is hilarious. It don't say how much it is. It don't say how much it is. Two motherfuckers who just was on the undercard. They ain't even main event fighters, bro. You think we care? And look, if I don't see this fight, I don't even care, bro. Hey, man, if I don't see this fight, I wouldn't even care. This ain't like, oh, I can't miss it. Like, fuck, shit. If I miss it, I miss it. And nobody will be hurt in the making of this film right here. Stevenson got 24/7 style thing on his channel. I kind of seen that recommended, but man, like I said, man, nobody watching that shit. That probably got ain't nobody watching that shit. Yeah, they've been quiet. Yeah, like shit, this shit is a wrap. The Zone ain't even putting no money into the promotion. You got a self-hating coon and a fucking racist. A co-feature and a co-feature. Now, originally, Keyshawn was supposed to fight Richard Hitchison, and Plant and Charlo was supposed to be on this card, but it didn't go down like that. It didn't go down like that. I still wouldn't have said it's pay-per-view. And it's not a bad card at all. I mean, it's not a bad card. You got Shushu on there, Carlos Adames and Austin Ammo Williams, Jarrell Miller on there. It's not a bad card. Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz on there. You got 2 title fights on there. You got 3 title fights on there. I think Shushu fighting Carlos Castro. Hopefully he fight hopefully, and Castro getting the title shot after losing the fold. And I think that was a split decision. People said it was close. But I mean, yeah, it's crazy, right? He said they playing in our face, and he said it depends. Hold on, real quick. It depends on. It shouldn't cost Nathan. It shouldn't cost Nathan. They should be paying you to watch this shit. Like, you got to know what pay-per-view was when it first started. Really, pay-per-view was the worst thing that happened for boxing. Pay-per-view was the worst thing that happened for boxing. That's when boxing went to HBO and went on pay-per-view, it went behind the paywall. And NFL is doing the same thing. NFL doing the same thing. They starting to put their shit behind the paywall. Ain't no way I should have to have Amazon Prime to watch a playoff game. Ain't no way I should have Peacock to watch a game. Ain't no way I should have Netflix to watch a game. That's the worst. That's the worst thing you can do. That's one of the worst things you can do is to put your product behind the paywall. Accessibility is the best thing. And when your product is accessible, sponsors will pay you. Sponsors will pay you. And that's real nigga shit. Shouldn't be paying for this, bro. You don't pay for the Super Bowl. You don't pay for the NBA Finals. You don't pay for Wimbledon. You don't pay for the Open. I'm just keeping it real, son. Just keeping it a bean. Putting shit behind the paywall, like, come on. Big Baby and Keyshawn return. Nasty work. And if you're gonna put something behind a paywall, it gotta be something special, prestige. If it's so special, a lot of sponsorships will put the money in. Boxing did it to itself, and it continues to shoot itself in the foot. That's for real shit. Say you gotta go 5 different places to watch a game. And it's crazy, bro. And this is oversaturation too. It's oversaturation. Ain't no way you should have a playoff game on Monday night. NFL is falling right now due to oversaturation. That's why nobody buying an NFL ticket. The Sunday ticket. NFL is just too much. You don't need NFL on Monday, Sunday, Monday, Saturday, Thanksgiving, Thursday. Like, get the fuck out of here. Christmas. Come on. You don't need the NFL. You don't need that much fucking football. This is real talk. This football should be played on Sunday and premier games should be played on Monday night. Simple as that. Oh, we got to do this. And this is why they gonna fall. That's why the players can't stay healthy. It's crazy though. But man, that's all I had to say, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.